We have to accept the reality of the joke what Finance Minister of India has given, 20 lakh crores of relief. If people in India don't have money to live, how would they travel? Travel is the last thing. It is something you save. They will not travel until and unless vaccine comes out. And once vaccine comes out, they will still monitor it. Is it going to be effective or not? My name is Shamim Shah. I have been in tourism since I was studying. I'm born in tourism because my forefathers were in this business, so I have taken it as a legacy. I have done my master's in engineering, computer engineering. So in past I have I have been honorary secretary for Travel Agent Association of India J&K chapter, and then for 6 years I was chairman for Travel Agent Association of India J&K chapter. I have been Secretary General for Travel Agent Society of Kashmir. Presently I am Secretary General for Jammu and Kashmir Tourism Alliance. That is what I have been doing, and other than that, as a person, whatever I can do for the benefit of tourism and Kashmir in particular, I am always trying to do that. See, if we see practically on ground, post 370, everybody had hopes that once situation, because we had curbs, it was a clampdown, it was not curfew or it was not something lockdown, it was a clampdown. So everybody had hopes that once things get normalized, business would come to Kashmir, because Kashmir as such doesn't need marketing. Even from November onwards, everybody did little bit of business. December was little good, Jan was good, Feb was good, March was looking excellent, but due to pandemic, everything got ruined. If you ask me personally, I don't foresee much what government is saying presently that domestic travel will start. We have to accept the fact that economy has come to all-time low I would say rather since India has got its independence. You would never see such a economic crisis anywhere. We are living on hopes. Maybe we have people at the helm of affairs who have to do that because they are being paid for it. We have to understand people in India generally, middle class people, they don't have money. You are left with upper middle class and the cream of the society. So if you could talk about those two, they will not travel until and unless vaccine comes out. And once vaccine comes out, they will still monitor it. Is it going to be effective or not? Because I don't think people would travel risking their lives. Even if it would be something like cholera, it was confined to, or a cancer confined to a single person. It's a pandemic, it's a virus. If a person gets infected, all his family will get infected, and you don't know who will recover and who will not recover. So I don't see much hope in another 6 months. In my opinion, if Kashmir will have boom of tourism, it will be probably in 2022, 2021 is not going to be like, it is being projected that it will be a boom of tourism. See, if you say me from August, Kashmir has come to zero, unemployment level has risen to all-time high, and to add to it was pandemics. So even if people were rehiring their people from November onwards, partially, not I won't say fully, because hotel people, they had given leave without pay. And again they have sent, after March, pandemic, after lockdown in Kashmir, they have again sent staff leave without pay. Probably this is so much uncertain. Nobody knows when things are going to be normal. We have to see, India currently is number 3 country in the world which is having more number of cases, despite the fact our testing rate is very low. If the testing rate goes up, I am more than sure we may lead the table in as far as number of cases reported positive daily would be, because we are testing. It's government reported. I don't know. Reportedly, it is 1 lakh tests per day. I don't believe it. Government, we have tourism department. Primarily, the responsibility of each and every department of their respective nature is they have to come with the proposal to the government. They have to actually, they have to run from pillar to post to get relief to the stakeholders. But our tourism department is such, they are posted there just to take out their fat salaries, nothing else. They want us to go pillar to post. We have to accept the reality of the joke what Finance Minister of India has given, 20 lakh crores of relief, which includes 18,000 crores of GST refund, which includes your income tax refunds to the people. How would you say it is a package? It is a loan restructuring. It is nothing more than that. Our tourism department, it is sleeping. It is just, it is in that hibernation mode, and it will only get up. They say that we will go for aggressive marketing. What will happen with aggressive marketing? If people in India don't have money to live, how would they travel? Travel is the last thing. It is something you save, and it is extra money with you, then only you can go and travel. You don't travel just because you have to travel. We have to accept this reality. If we have to come out of this fool's paradise that we will do marketing and people will travel to Kashmir. They will travel, but not it will be negligible numbers. See, honestly, I have not gone through the full policy, so I will not be judgmental. But what is being reported is that if it is being, if everything is being done pan-India, I think it is not justified. We have to understand more than political goals, they have responsibility towards J&K. People of India have rest of India to play with. People of J&K have just J&K where they can sustain. They don't have anything extra. We have just access to rest of India, and other borders are with the rest of countries which we can't change. So we are not something in central India or anywhere else where all of the borders are linked to different states. So Government of India, even BJP at times have said that we will reserve the job policy and other things. So if they are serious, they have to respect the situation where Maharaja has signed the accession paper. So if they don't do it, see, I would rather say it, I would not hesitate to say then it's an oppression. It is nothing more than that. If you are doing it with the people of J&K who have limited resources, like we will go into tourism. A travel agent or tour operator of Kashmir or Jammu, because now we are Union Territory, Ladakh has been, taken away from us politically. So I would speak on these two lines that, what do we have other than Jammu or Kashmir to sell? We are not somebody in Delhi who could sell the globe. We are not somebody in Mumbai who could entirely, entire globe is at his fingertips. People of J&K, they don't travel that much. So we have to understand we are more incoming and negligible outgoing. Not, less outgoing, it is negligible outgoing. Out of that, majorly we have people who are working outside, or they go to visit their kiths and kins. So we don't have majorly outbound tourism from Kashmir. So Government of India has to see that, the jobs, the reservation policy has to be there, the domicile policy, they have to relook into it. They have to see that people of J&K are given the same priority like we have other borders in India, border states I would rather say, sorry, not borders, border states in India, where they have 371. They should come out of this, it is not time to divide India, it is time to unite India with, you have to take everybody on board. You cannot take selected people on board. Try to retain India, don't try to divide it further. See, as far as if we see generally, we should have job reservation policy, we should have land reservation policy, we should have all these contract reservation policy. Whatever is there, we have to have that. We cannot shy away by saying no, let it be, we have to compete. We are already competing on all India norms, whether it is engineering or medical. We cannot compete giving our seats, giving our land to outsiders. They say that investment in J&K will be increased by abrogation of 370. I would try to correct Home Minister of India and Prime Minister of India. We had lease policy. How many people of country invested in J&K? Negligible 2 or 3 companies, wherein they were getting land on lease for peanuts, for 90-year lease. If you give me a choice, you say me you have to invest in Maharashtra on lease, and at the same time Gujarat says me you have to purchase the land, I would prefer Maharashtra on lease than purchasing, because my investment cost is, any business person would see that his investment goes low, and that is how he is going to come up with more profits. So Government of India has to accept it that we had this industry policy in J&K wherein 2 or 3 companies have invested and they have taken benefits out of it. Rest of people never showed interest. In tourism, we have already profit sharing. Taj is here, Lalit is here, Welcome Group is here, ITC is here, Lemon Tree is here. What else you want? People are coming there. They don't want to invest more. They are into profit sharing mode. That is more beneficial for them. Making fool out of this, that you will have more investment. I would rather challenge everybody that I want to see if they want to retain the same policy, how much investment we would get in 10 years. Nobody is going to invest because we have less road connectivity, less air connectivity. The shame is they are saying that this is a strategic point. We have the outdated instrument landing system, what we call ILS. I have been fighting since 2014. I was a member of Airport Advisory Committee. I have been fighting there. We should have CAT 3CA, which is zero visibility, because here when we have fog or we have snow, the visibility is dropped, and we have we all have witnessed it, that flights are cancelled for days altogether. Where in the world happens it that we are disconnected by road, we are disconnected by air. Our power generation which we generate, we export more and we are in darkness. Don't Government of India appreciate that, despite we generate so much electricity, we give it to them and we are still in darkness. We should have electricity at very throwaway price for locals, but we are paying exorbitant price. Still, we pay for 24-hour supply, but we have most of time we have curtailments. In winter, majority of Kashmir has almost 12 to 16 hours curtailment, sometimes more. In rural areas there are more curtailments. So we have to accept that there is no uniform policy for people of Jammu and Kashmir. We have been divided on political norms. Whenever anything is happening, national security is being camouflaged with national security, while as national security has to do nothing with it. I don't know why we are being sidelined, or we are being singled out, that national security is there, so let Kashmiris die. National security is for entire nation. It is not only for Jammu and Kashmir people. You cannot make 1.3 million people scapegoat and say them, okay, there is national security. If it is national security, please tighten the borders. We are equally the same citizens. What you have Mr. Ambani sitting in Mumbai, or Mr. Tata sitting in Mumbai, or anybody else, I don't want to name other people. So we are equally the same citizens, because living in Kashmir, we pay the same amount of tax, same tax slab what people of rest of India does. We are not like other places where we are being exempted from income tax or any other tax. We pay the same tax, still we are considered to be third-rate citizens of the country. I'm sorry, this is a hard fact, bitter fact. I would really appreciate if our PM, Home Minister, Defense Minister, Finance Minister owns the people of Kashmir, not the land of Kashmir. It would be in a larger interest of the country to own the people, because if you own the people, land is yours. If you don't own the people, you will have always trouble. You will be always traveling in troubled waters. By owning people, I would say, what I mean is that you have to understand the pains Kashmiri people are going day in and day out. Our economy is not shattered since August or since pandemics. We have been suffering since 1947. Since India became independent, our princely state joined India to prosper, not to see the pains what we are seeing now. Maharaja decided to go with India rather than Pakistan or China because he saw future in India. He didn't want to see his people to grieve or to be in pain or to, really cry for their daily income. We have seen since pandemic has come up, how many people are being given food kits on monthly basis. Hundreds of NGOs are working on it. People are contributing. So we would appreciate they have to come up with some comprehensive policy. They have to devise some comprehensive policy wherein all sections of society have to be addressed. They have to be given some sort of work where they can earn their livelihood respectfully. We don't want something package or some loans. Don't give us loans. We are fed up of loans because people who have taken loans are just going down by loans. That is why you have come up with the 20 lakh crore policy. Do something for the people of Kashmir who really deserve. We have the talent here, try to encash it. That is what I can say. You have to own the people of Kashmir.